Let's bring in Congresswoman Marie Glusenkamp Perez. Welcome, Congresswoman. You are part of a group of 5 Democrats who are calling on President Biden to use his authority to remove migrants more quickly. And what is it about this issue that has you taking a stand right now?
Well, I'm pushing the president to do what he's refused to do, which is secure the southern border. I think we've seen a lot of posturing around immigration and border security, and you see both sides trying to get a piece of legislation that is perfect and refusing to act on what is actionable and what most of us agree on, which is securing the southern border, defunding violent cartels, and stopping the flow of fentanyl. I own an auto repair and a machine shop with my husband. That was my life before being elected here. And rural communities like mine have been hollowed out by fentanyl. It is our coworkers, our neighbors, our friends who are overdosing and dying in their cars or at work, and we won't stand for it. So securing the border is a critical part. You can't have national security without border security.
I know you sponsored legislation in the House. The bipartisan effort in the Senate failed. You have said that the United States does not have operational control of the southern border. Recent reporting suggests, so that the president is considering executive action. Was he wrong to let Title 42 expire? And what specifically would you like to see get done?
Right. I think that the Supreme Court needs to, Congress needs to act to reinstate presidential authority under Title 42. And I believe the president needs to exercise his authority to reinstate Remain in Mexico. These are policies that our Border Patrol is demanding, asking for, and my communities are demanding. I think we want to stem the flow of fentanyl that's hollowing us out. And, we've seen a lack of commitment. I think that there's been a real visceral reaction to the scenes of chaos at the border, but there has not been the same attention to what it's like to live in a country or a government that's controlled by cartels. And I believe that a fuller picture of humanitarianism would be enforcing these policies that would stop the flow of fentanyl and human trafficking and defund the cartels, not just in Mexico, but around the world.
There was a push to address the border as part of foreign aid, and now that has passed. What are the chances, for a deal at this point?
Well, I can't control the incentives or priorities of my colleagues. What I can do is represent my community and our priorities. So I will be working as hard as I can to find that Venn diagram of agreement where we can move forward and improve life and security for normal Americans.
The House voted today on the Anti-Semitism Awareness Act. The vote faced some backlash from members of your caucus who say it's divisive. Your thoughts on that?
Well, we actually already voted, and I supported this as part of an amendment process several months ago. So this is not necessarily a new issue that we're seeing come before Congress. I think that when you are having discussions about policy, it's important to have definitions around terms. The definition doesn't have to be perfect, but to have a framework that we're working with to discuss an issue is useful.
And Marie, quickly, yes or no, will you be backing Speaker Johnson in the next motion to vacate vote?
Yeah, I mean, Johnson has represented a lot of courage. He brought funding to the Ukrainians that were dying under a bloodthirsty tyrant. Putin invaded a democratically elected nation, and giving them the lethal means to defend themselves demonstrated a lot of courage. I was grateful for the Southern Baptist Convention to come out in support of that. A lot of my Ukrainian friends are Southern Baptist, and it's important that we're representing the values there.
All right, Congresswoman Marie Glusenkamp Perez, thank you so much for your time, being so gracious and being with us with your insights tonight.
Thank you so much.